Namaskar. I am KS Naveen from Karnataka. I represent Chitruga and Davangere local body constituencies. Uh, I have won the election in the year 2021 December. Uh, Basically, it's the election that all the elected representatives from the Gram Panchayat to Jilla Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat up to MLAs and MPs, they vote for this election. My constituency, it has about 6,500 voters who are all elected representatives. So I purposefully kind of selected this particular area of seat because I fondly want to work in rural development. So basically, this Gram Panchayat is mostly to work with all the rural developmental work and basically whatever that is required for a village, whatever the Gram Panchayat does. So all those schemes and implementation and governance, rural governance, all of this comes under the local bodies. So I made a choice that I should contest from this particular constituency and this particular local bodies, so that I work with elected representatives and I make sure that I kind of show them the importance of how being a Gram Panchayat member can change the lives of about 300 voters in their ward. And it's been a very good thing so far. Though the Panchayat members, 50% are women, it's in fact a good thing to work with women elected representatives, because they have a lot of empathy and apathy towards the work that is required to be done in the village, be it sanitation, be it electricity, be it malnutrition, be it any small thing. Women elected representatives are actually more sensitive towards the issues and more sensitive to a problem, but unfortunately, they don't get the voice to kind of speak and represent their issues. But then, since I am their representative in the Vidhan Parishad, I kind of voice their opinions in the Vidhan Parishad. So it's a good journey so far, and I really like it. Well, I should really congratulate the organizers. In fact, it's one of the best thing that has happened so far for any MLA or MLC to congregate uh, in one single event from across the state, across the country. People coming from different states and participating for a 2 day, 2.5 day event like this will give a lot of exchange of ideas. We get to meet a lot of new people, and more importantly, the spirit of oneness. Like we say, India is unity in diversity. So we can see all of that happening here in one single venue, and uh, and it energizes you to think aloud, think out of the box, do lot many different things. And there are a lot of inspiring people, like seniors who have done a lot for our country, lot for our state. We get to see a lot of role models. I mean, though physically they may not be midst of us, but when we see the exhibition, when we see all the videos, when we see so many things put up here, it kind of inspires us to do more. Because generally the tendency is, once you get elected as an MLA or MLC or any such position, uh, there is very little that we kind of look back. We are always like looking towards ourselves, and we are like very proud of what we are doing. But out there are a lot more, many people doing a lot better things, and that um, kinds of tells you like how far behind you are in comparison to others. In fact, the sessions that happened today, where I participated, how technology can change the economic uh, parameters, was an eye opener. Like how few years back India, with a very limited technology, what was the scale of development, but today what is the scale, what is the number, and what is the growth trajectory that we are seeing, and what is the future that we can think of. In fact, it completely shook me when I heard the numbers, like how India can actually, pole vault into positions and things like that. Maybe as a legislator, these kind of visionary thoughts will help me to actually frame the mindset of my constituency people also, because whatever I hear in these conferences, probably I can go back and talk to my voters who are also elected representatives. Because last year we did something, I did a conference of all the voters of my constituency, and I did a one day event from morning till evening, where every government scheme was explained to them. Every panchayat member was explained what is a government scheme, how they can avail it, how they can give it to their voter, and what is that they are supposed to do. And in fact, probably I'm feeling the same here in LS, like how I can use the technology to better my constituency, and what all new things can be done. And moreover, people are very friendly, the arrangement is superb. The entire feeling is like, you are, there's absolutely kuch bhi kamiyan nahi hai. I can say in one word, there's absolutely no shortage of anything. From the time they received us in the airport, to the venue, to receiving here and registration, everything is amazing, it's superb. Well, the challenges are many in the kind of the constituency I represent, because if you are somebody who is representing a geographical area of, say, one assembly segment, then your constituency will be probably not more than about 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers radius. You may don't have to travel more than 60 or 50 kilometers in most of the assemblies. But my constituency, I have, like, under me, totally 11 assembly segments come. So it's a big one. And these voters, elected representatives, are very hard to convince them, because they themselves are leaders actually. So you have to have a lot of patience and work with them. But then once you make them understand, they'll become the catalyst of change in the villages. So as I told you earlier, it is a passion that I took. I selected this constituency or this particular local bodies so that I can bring a change in rural development. I can bring a change in the way the elected representatives work in their constituency. So my effort is to continuously work with them, the village development officers, the village accountants, because there are small issues which can be solved in a day or two, but then it becomes unsolvable issue because nobody looks at them. And I think now uh, younger people are coming into local bodies, like educated, postgraduate, engineering graduates are coming and becoming Gram Panchayat members. So that's a good change. Going forward, more and more people who have some kind of a inclination towards doing social service or doing some kind of element catalyst of change, they, if they come forward, I think maybe maximum another 5 to 10 years we can see a great amount of change in democracy in the rural areas. And if I have to tell about myself, I really hated politics. I was I always thought that, politics is some hated field that, people shouldn't go. Then things changed, because I'm a big follower of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, and I was highly inspired by his speeches in the parliament. And I'm also big fan of Bala Sahib ji, his fight on how he fought, and he though without being a elected representative, he built such a strong political organization. So I thought, being sitting inside the house, you cannot bring change. You cannot be like somebody who sits inside your living room and talk about, oh, that is not good, this is not good, that's not working, this is not working. So I end up blaming the politicians, end up blaming the system, end up blaming the way the system works. But then, if you want to really bring a change, you need to take a step forward, come out of your comfort zone, and try to work. Try to make sure that, okay, you have to make a change, then you have to take that foot forward, put that foot forward, and go out and do. Then you will understand what are the difficulties, what are the challenges, how to overcome them, how really the government works, how the policies work, and then you can actually bring in more change rather than not being involved in it. There's an effort. Going into the public life is not so easy. I come from uh, a background where I can actually I can do well for myself in a business, but then I left that good opportunities I had in business. I took into public life. Last 15 years, I mean, constantly I've been public life. I have worked on various positions, but then finally this is what I am today. And I'm also in a committee, an audit committee, so I go through a lot of the government spending, and how the government spends money, and how the implementation happens, how each rupee can be kind of accounted, and all that is there. So I think MIT SOG is doing the right thing to promoting young people to come into public life. I mean, giving them training, what needs to be done. I'm sure if people can get into these kind of courses, they'll be a responsible person. First thing, they'll be responsible towards what they're doing. Second thing, they understand a lot of issues. They don't put the blame on somebody's shoulders and say, this is not my problem, this is that person's problem, he has to solve it. So they'll be actually a problem solving group of people. And winning election, not everybody can win. There are a lot of parameters to win an election and things like that. But yes, if a good quality of people, young people, right thought people, maybe from any political party, irrespective of political party, if they can actually come and serve in the public life, it will make India as a very vibrant country. I have at least traveled to some 30, 40 countries. I've seen how government work, how things work in other countries, smaller countries, big countries. But in India, in our country, the the actual person who is at the last mile, or the last person at the end of this thing, they are extremely nice people. We just have to go and connect with them. We just have to extend our arm, give our arm to bring them up, show them this is what it is. And if you can change the lives of people, I think that's the most happiest thing and for anybody to do. If you can change the life, you can touch the life of a person, and because of you somebody's life is changing, I think that is the greatest satisfaction any human being can get. And I really congratulate the organizers, especially Shri Rahul Kararji and the entire NLC team, who has taken so much of effort of bringing this many legislators together across the country, and having so many eminent speakers who came and spoke with their experience and knowledge. It is a memorable event for me, and I would look forward to attend many such conferences whenever that gets organized. And wish NLC and everybody from MIT SOG all the very best. And thank you so much for having me over. Well, my advice is for all the young people out there, please uh, step out of your comfort zone. Please think that you have to be a contributor rather than being a receiver. So you have to contribute, you have to actually give uh, to the society or give to the state or the nation than expecting anything from them, because our country is the youngest country in the world, and if each one of us can put a step forward, 135 steps are put at the same time, and our country has got the huge and best opportunity for people to do any field, and politics is one of them. It's Don't think politics is something that is not in your bucket. You should try. Start with smaller elections. Don't think that you should become a MLA, MP, MLC, or a minister in one go. Start with smaller election. Maybe if you are a student, or if you are a young person between the age of 20 to 25 to 30, look at smaller these elections, council elections, corporation elections, ward elections, where your voters are only about 500, 600. Start meeting them, understand your neighbors, understand your neighborhood, list out all the issues that people have. Be apathetic, be friendly towards people, and be friendly towards what the needs of the people are. Definitely people are going to recognize you, or you are the future leader of our area, and they're going to bless you. Take step by step. You should have a goal that I will grow my political graph in a 10-year or a 15-year timeline, rather than thinking of I'll become an MLA in the first go, and if you don't become MLA, then you'll become disheartened. So that is going to put you down. So instead, take one step ahead. In 20 years, definitely you can become an MLA or MLC, or you can even become a minister or chief minister, or anything is possible in our democratic setup. So I welcome all the young people to come and join politics, and come with an open frame of mind, with the service motto, money making or power, to show your power or to show how powerful you are. I think India is, our country is going to change. People are not going to like all of that. People will like if you are friendly, if you are soft natured, if you are well spoken, well informed person, and they will bless. So definitely, young youth of our country should take politics seriously and start coming into active political life.